started, y'all. Okay, let's get started, okay? What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Kawena, and welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can tell by the title, your girl has bought a new car. Even though this is very, very exciting to me and kind of a milestone, I had a time getting this car because one, it was unplanned, two, it was a whole stressful experience, which I'm about to tell you guys all about. I named my new car Bethany. But without further ado, let me go ahead and tell you guys how God led me to Bethany, okay? Alright, so to begin the story, Cheyenne was a 2020 Chevy Trax. I had Cheyenne since 2020. I bought Cheyenne brand new in 2020 with only 5 miles on her, okay? However, when it came to me getting Cheyenne, I never really woke up and said, oh, I want a 2020 Chevy Trax. I was in a bad car loan with the 2012 Camry, which led me to Cheyenne. So it was a better deal financially overall, which is how I got Cheyenne. But just to give y'all a little background about how Cheyenne even came along. So my 2012 Camry, I owed $17,000 on it. It was only worth $9,000. My interest rate was like a 27%. Yeah, it was really bad, okay? So when I was trying to get out of that car loan, I came across Cheyenne. My interest rate went from like a 27% down to a 9%. My payment went from like $525 to a $465 with Cheyenne, and it literally was a no-brainer to get Cheyenne. So that's how I ended up with Cheyenne, you feel me? Also at the time, I was working at a credit union, so about 6 months down the line after I got Cheyenne, I refinanced her, and my interest rate went from a 9% to a 6%, so it was even better. All right, so boom, now we got Cheyenne, we're in a better financial situation, I'm happy, whatever. So fast forward to 2 years ago when I first moved to Tampa, I got into my first car accident my first week in Tampa. Cheyenne was not totaled, however, she was in a shop for about a total of 2 months, and then ever since I got Cheyenne back, she just never driven the same. So Cheyenne from time to time will have like random noises, random jerks while I'm driving her from time to time, but I'm like, listen, I got 10K left on this car, I'm not trying to start over a whole nother car loan. I literally just kept turning my music up and ignoring all of the negative things, you know what I mean? So ever since that initial accident, Cheyenne has been back in the shop twice since then, just for electrical issues. Like at one point, like my dashboard wouldn't even come on, or like my Apple CarPlay wouldn't come on, like it was like completely dead, so I went back in the shop for that. I went back in the shop for something else because it was having problems starting. I think back then it was the battery, which was a quick fix, but even after I got the new battery, it was still doing the same thing. It just got to a point where like Cheyenne would be super good if she wanted to, but when she was bad, she was bad. So fast forward to recently, so I just got back from Chicago, and if you haven't watched the Chicago vlog, it will be in the description below. I go to Chicago, I park at the airport, whatever, and now fast forward to me coming back. So I come back to where my car is parked, and it literally won't even unlock with the remote. Like that's how dead it was. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm gonna just flick the key out, you know, put the key in the door, then unlock it from the inside. And I tried to unlock the rest of the doors. None of the doors were unlocked because, like I said, my car was completely dead. So here's the thing, my car should not be completely dead because I just got the battery replaced literally like, what, 6-7 months ago? And y'all know a car battery is good for about 3 or 4 years. So I'm like, what could possibly be wrong with my car now? At this point, I'm irritated because it's starting to become unreliable at this point. Like, I don't got time to be stranded at random places because Cheyenne would act out. You know what I mean? So there was this guy coming out and he was parked directly beside me. He had like a big ass truck. Boom! Then she got hit by a big ass truck. Sorry guys, I couldn't help it. So like I said, this guy come out, he got like this huge dually truck, and I'm like, sir, I'm so sorry to bother you, would you happen to have any jumper cables? So he was like, no problem, I'll give you a jump, whatever. So even when he gave me a jump, my car turned on, but none of my screens did. Like I couldn't see how fast I was going, like I couldn't see my music on my screen, like I literally could see nothing on my screen. So the guy was like, ma'am, your car is super duper dead, you need to sit here for about 10 or 15 minutes, let your car charge up, and then drive home. I had no problem listening because I live like 50 minutes away from the airport. So I was like, I'll be damned if my car died on my way home. Mind you, I had work the next day, so I really need to get home, and then I really need to figure out what the hell going on with this car so I can get to work. So I get home, and I thank God, I'm just like, I just find, you know, some off times to figure out what's wrong with my car on an off day, okay? So mind you, I said I had to go to work the next day, okay? So the next morning, I come down, I get in my car, I crank it up, and my check engine light is on, and my transmission light is on. So I'm like, oh God, like I don't want to put no more money into this car. So like I said before, I only had 10K left to pay on Cheyenne, but Cheyenne was only worth about $4,000 after the accident. So that's a whole nother reason why I didn't want to get into a new car loan, because I knew I had like a little bit of negative equity. I was really trying to ride this car until the wheels fall off, but at this point, I'm not going to be putting thousands of dollars worth of repairs in her if she's only worth $4. At this point, I am going to have to get another car, right? Like I said, the check engine light come on, the transmission light come on. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's getting me to work. That's all I really needed to do at this moment, okay? However, about 2 or 3 days later on my lunch break, you know, I go to get some sushi because, hey, a girl wants some sushi on her lunch break, right? This guy backs into my driver door. And it irritated me so bad because, like, I mean, I could still open and close my door. That wasn't the case. But Cheyenne just had, like, so much wear and tear at that point. Like I said, the accident before has been in a couple of fender benders, and then now my driving door was all scratched up. So in my mind, at the time the guy hit my door, like, I am irritated, but I still have the mindset of, like, I'm gonna ride this car till the wheels fall off. I am frustrated with how it looks because it's like, dang, like, I do have a good job and I want to have nice things and I care about my nice things, and other people keep hitting them. Like, I can understand if it was my fault, I kept running into shit or running into people. It is other people that can't drive in Tampa. That is what's, like, irritating me the most about my car, is that I'm not even the one that has messed it up. So the straw that might have broke the camel's back for me is, like, later on in that work week, I came out and my car didn't start, and then I was late to work because I had to get a jump. So I'm like, listen, I've always said, because I've been eyeing it for a while, God, if it's in your will and your way and you want me to get a new car, I want a 2025 Buick Envista Sport. Every time I seen that car ride past, I'm like, hey girl, you know, I've been eyeing her, she has been eyeing me for some time. So I'm like, at least I know when I have to go get a new car, I know exactly what I wanted. But loan-wise, I was not trying to do that. And then a little bit about my job. I told you guys I work at a bank, but I'm also the market flow. And so sometimes I don't know where I'm going. I could be up to like 2 hours away. So for me to have a reliable car is very important because I literally need a car for my job. So the day that my car didn't start and I was late because I had to get a jump, so the area manager who tells me where I have to go or whatever was sending me to a branch the next day. So I was telling him, like, hey, like, I've been having car issues for the past week. I've been trying to, you know, get this car deal done, whatever, but, you know, it's very hard for me to get it done at work. Long story short, I'm in the middle of getting another car. He basically told me, like, yeah, like, I understand all that, but you need to be where you need to be because you are the market float. And you need to be wherever there's a need in the market. So once I seen that they didn't give a fuck, I'm like, yeah, I definitely got to put a pep in my step because I need a car. So this is when me getting a new car just became stressful, okay? So remember I just told y'all initially I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait until I have an off day and then, you know, I'm gonna go see what's wrong with my car. So I still had that same mindset, just with the mindset of I'm just gonna get a new car. So the weekend came or whatever because that's when I was off and I went to the car dealership. So the first car dealership I went to, they were just bad vibes. They lied for one. I told them what exact car I wanted. They said that they had it. I went there. They tried to get me something else because they didn't have it. And I am very set on what I want. I'm not settling for something else. I'm going to go get what I want if I'm going to get a whole nother car loan. You feel me? So that was on a Saturday. So Sunday comes and I go to the dealership where I ended up getting this car from. So they didn't have my car specifically. They had another color of it, but it was still a Buick Envista Sport. I wanted white, but they had a silver one. So I'm like, let me go look at it. And then they also said if I was to come in, they could possibly locate me a white one. So I was more so like, even if I don't like the one they have, I'll be in person for them to possibly locate this one, because this one, this specific trim is very hard to find, especially in white. So I go up there, whatever, they really try to get me to buy the one that they had, the silver one. And I was like, no, I really don't want it. Like, if y'all could locate me a white one, we could work something out. So they located me this one, but the payment and the interest rate that they were trying to have me at was literally insane. And they were doing their loan through, I think, GM Financial and Capital One. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not paying that. I don't care how bad I want the car. I will wait till Monday morning, go through my credit union or whatever and do it that way, because signing up for a $700, $600 car payment to me sounds insane, okay? And the interest rate was like 11-12%. Like, are y'all kidding me? Girl, goodbye. Y'all see my check stubs that I work at a bank. I'm not stupid to sign up for nothing that dumb. So I got up, I told them that I was going through my credit union in the morning. I would be in contact with them, whatever. So that's exactly what I did. I waited till Monday morning came. I got on the phone with my credit union, applied for the car loan, got approved at 8%. My payment was exactly where I wanted it to be. So I'm like, yeah, I should have did this in the first place. So I'm communicating with the car salesman and I'm like, hey, the credit union approved the loan. You guys should be receiving the check for the car tomorrow because they overnight the check to you. When is a good time to pick up the car? So like I said, they did not have this car, so this car had to get shipped. Okay, it had to get shipped. So I was gonna get my car until Wednesday, which was fine because I was off Wednesday of that week anyway. So on Tuesday, the car salesman calls me. He's like, hey, we received the check. I just wanted to let you know that everything is good for the car loan. You know, can't wait to see you tomorrow. However, we can't ship the car. We're gonna have somebody drive it up. So that already pissed me off because my car is brand new, okay? It only has 44 miles. That's test-driven miles. And I'm like, I really don't want my car to be driven 100 miles to me. Why can't you guys ship it? So long story short, it was more expensive for the car dealership to get it shipped than to get it driven. So that was a win-win for them, not for me, because like I said, I don't want nobody driving my car. Maybe I wanted to put the first 100 miles on my car. The fuck? I already didn't like that, but I settled for it because they did a lot for me to even pull this car for me. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. That's okay. I'll see you guys guys tomorrow to pick up my car. So Wednesday come, and I was supposed to pick up my car at noon. So it's around 11 o'clock, and I'm starting to get ready because I only live 15 minutes away from the dealership. So it gets to about 11:30, literally 15 minutes before I'm about to walk out the door, and I get a call from my car salesman. He's like, hey, your car is here, but it has a flat. Can you pick it up a little later so we'll be able to repair it? So at this point, I'm irritated because my car was supposed to be shipped. I settled for that. Now you're telling me my car has a flat tire, which is one of the reasons why I did not want it driven. I wanted it shipped. You call me 30 minutes before I'm actually supposed to get the car and tell me to come at a later time because it has a flat tire from being driven over here. So he's like trying to downplay it like, oh, it's only a tire repair, whatever. I'm like, no, it's not only nothing. Nothing should be being repaired on my brand new car. I felt the way I felt, right? He calls me back at like 2 p.m. and says, can you pick up your car tomorrow on Thursday because we do not have a tire for your car. We have to order it. So did I just tell y'all that my job literally did not give a fuck that I was having car issues? If I had a car, whatever, they wanted me to be where I needed to be. So not only am I irritated that I'm not getting the car on the day that I said, I've already settled for two things, a tire repair and it being driven. And now you're telling me to pick up my car a whole motherfucking day later? How about y'all cancel the loan? So he was like, are you serious? I'm like, no, I'm dead ass serious. Cancel out everything. I'll call my credit union, tell them to cancel the check, whatever, because this is literally just too much to get a car. And I was just really starting to get overwhelmed because I already left work 2 times to go sign papers for this car that I'm still showing up to work without. So I called my sister, who is financially smart, and I'm like, hey, this is what's going on, you know, with the car. What should I do? She was like, same thing, cancel the loan. So I'm trying to cancel the loan through the credit union. They're like, we can't cancel the loan because they already got and negotiated the check. You have to go to the car dealership and get the check and then overnight it to us to pay off now your new loan. So I'm like, oh my God, I don't have time to keep going back up to this dealership. I've already been there like 2 or 3 times at this point. That's exactly what I tell my sister. I'm like, I'm frustrated. So she's like, well, you need to make them do something for you because this was all inconvenient for you or whatever. This is not how a car deal is supposed to go. So she was like, matter of fact, give me your salesman's number. So I gave her his number or whatever. I'm literally at work crying because I'm so frustrated. I'm like, I need a car. Me getting the car is not working out. Whatever, I'm done with it. God, what do you want me to do? I don't know what my sister said when she called up there, but she called me back and she was like, girl, go pick up your car Thursday after work. She was like, you're going to have free tinted windows, so make sure you set your appointment for that. And then, you know, they're going to give you like, I don't know, some points where I'm going to have like some free oil changes or whatever. So they did accommodate all the inconvenience for me, but up until then, I was done. At this point, I'll just Uber where I have to go. So overall, after all that stress, I am very, very excited about my new car. Okay, I love Bethany so much already. I've never seen a car, wanted a car, plotted on a car, and got a car. Like I said, the 2020 Chevy Trax was just a better financial decision for me. However, this is something that I wanted and I copped. Yeah, I feel like that bitch right now. Like I do. I just always say if I ever got a new car, I will hope to have the means to buy it out in cash because I don't want another payment. However, you know, God had different plans for your world, okay? So I am about to show you guys her. Like I said before, she's a 2025 Buick Envista Sport. And it will also be down in the description below if you guys forget. Bethany is a bad bitch, okay? Bethany is a bad bitch. She is so tea, y'all. So tea. Go ahead and welcome my girl in the comments because she's part of the family now, okay? So just to tell you guys a little bit about what she comes with, okay? She comes with the heated steering wheel and heated seats, leather seats as you can see with the blue stitching, you know, yes, she's tea, she's tea. Keyless entry, your girl got a push to start now, okay? I done moved up in the world. Comes with the moonroof, like I said, the sunroof. You have the tilt setting and to open it setting, so it comes with 2 settings, okay? Not just one. My girl got adaptive cruise control, okay? She got lane change alert, which lets you know if you're going out your lane or not, or if somebody's coming into yours. She also has a side blind zone alert. That's a little light on your rearview mirrors that let you know that somebody's beside you if you're trying to get over or not. You need that in Tampa because I don't know what it is in Tampa, but a lot of people do not like to let you over. As you can see, my trunk has a lift gate. It has wireless charging. I also have wireless CarPlay, so I do not have to hook my phone up to a cord to use CarPlay. Amen. Ain't God good? Because that is one thing that get on my nerves, okay? Get on my nerves. I think that's basically it for like all the stuff that I care about, you know? I mean, it come with like OnStar and all that, but listen, that ain't the stuff that I cared about. I cared about this sunroof, okay? I cared about that keyless entry. I cared about them heated seats, even though I live in Florida. I don't care, okay? I need this coochie to be warm. If you guys are interested in this car, you know, you can look up all the little attributes that it come with yourself. So with all that being said, I am 1,000 out of 10 satisfied with Bethany. I will leave in the description below where I got her from, just in case I got some local Tampa people that are looking for a car. And I will also put down in the description below who I work with. He was very patient with me, even when I was frustrated. But you know, the next person's car buying experience might not be mine, okay? But like I said, 1,000 out of 10 satisfied with Bethany. I couldn't have picked out myself a better car, but not just aesthetically. I literally love every single feature that this car comes with. I don't be wanting much, okay? And she definitely has everything and more that I wanted. But yeah, I was just really excited to show you guys Bethany. Sometimes you gotta get rid of your old bitch and just get a new bitch, okay? Don't be afraid of that upgrade, okay? Like, don't be afraid, dang. So her window tint appointment is coming up in a couple of days. Drop a comment down below if you guys want me to vlog her getting her new window tints, because I think she's gonna look 10 times better just because she's like kind of blacked out already. So I need her blacked out, okay? So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. You already know what time it is. All of my social medias will be down in the description below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because that is where I update and interact with y'all the most. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, YouTube.